Hello everyone, I welcome you all for this webinar event that explains on how AutoSherpa CRMs can create value for automotive dealerships with insurance renewal and service reminder CRM. I am Shreyas, I represent AutoSherpa CRM. So before we get into the CRM part, so a quick introduction about this company. AutoSherpa CRM is one of the flagship product of WiseMinds. WiseMinds was started in the year 2010. So we have these board directors here having 110 plus software developers, data analysts and support executives. Some of the clients that we are working on are these Kalyani Motors, Popular Vehicles, Indus of Maruti, as well as Hyundai top dealers like Advait, SS Blue, and few others. Now, coming back to the product, so let's understand what is the current process that we all are having in our automotive dealerships without using a CRM software. Now this is how we will be using our we will be doing our process without having a CRM. So a CCM or a manager, what he or she will be doing is that they will be downloading the data from the DMS software which is provided by the OEM, and they give this data or distribute this data among all the CREs that they're doing calls for either service or maybe for insurance. Now once the CRS gets this data in Excel sheet, the problem that or the concern that the dealership would be having is that more number of unstructured data will be there and there is only less number of unstructured data. What does this mean? So for example, let's say we have 5 CRAs who are getting these Excel sheets, and all these 5 CRAs are working on their own. Some are calling for non-contact customers, some are calling for fresh calls, some are calling for follow-ups customers and few others. Now let's say if I am a CCM or a manager who wants to monitoring become difficult. Now this is one of the simple example that I wanted to say. Let's understand what are the few other concerns that the dealerships will be having if we are having the unstructured data management. Now the first and foremost thing will be the inefficiency in ways of communication. If I am a CRE and if I want to dial maybe 100 calls per day or 80 calls or whatever the calls that I'm doing, usually what I would be doing is that I will pick up my phone and dial the customer's number and then make a call. If I'm doing 80 calls per day, which means that for 80 different customers I'm typing the number manually and then calling the customers, which also means my time is consumed. Now the second thing is that let's assume that I called a customer and he's asking me to send a SMS on whatever the due date of service or maybe the insurance is there. If I want to send a SMS to the customers or for any customers who have even booked the appointment, I'll have to type the message and then send a SMS. Now again, that is a time consuming task. Why? Because if I'm doing 80 customers, I mean 80 calls for this service related queries or whatever the callings that I'm doing, which means that nearly 30% of that customers will be expecting a message, right? So for all this 30 SMS whatever I'm sending, I'll have to type the message manually and then send SMS. Now this is a time where everything is digitalized and customers will be expecting the messages in WhatsApp too, because 60% of the customers are always active on WhatsApps. If I want to send a WhatsApp message to the customer, then the major task or the concern will be for CRS is that they'll have to save the customer's number manually first and then they'll have to type SMS and then send a SMS. Now this is the first inefficiency that the dealerships will be having. Now the second thing is this: if I'm having or if I'm doing the callings with the help of the Excel sheet that I have, let's say out of 80 customers, 40 customers asked me to do a follow up on different time. Now what happens is that since I'll be calling more customers each day, I may forget to call those customers on that time. Definitely I will not even miss, but I don't think so I will be calling that customers at the right time that the customer has asked. Now, since the Excel sheet is having the data, Excel sheet will never give me any pop-up reminder saying that you'll have to call this customer at this time. This is where the CRS may miss the follow-ups and reminders also. Now, the third part will be the lost opportunity where the data leakages is there and data loss is there. Of course, for each and every dealerships, you all are here from managers, department or CCMs and even business head and the higher level too. You all understand that for service that's fine, but for insurance definitely the data security is one of the big challenging thing for the dealerships when the CREs are having this data in their Excel sheet. Now let's say that I am a CRE who is working for some of the dealers, for one of the dealership, let's call A, and I am just going for another dealership since I'm getting some good what to say, the salaries in and the kind there. Uh, so let's assume that I'm a CRE who is working for dealership A, and I'm doing this all tasks with my Excel sheet, and I also have this insurance data with me. Now, by any chance, if I decide to move for some other dealership, then I can definitely take this data out from this dealership, and there is again concern for the dealerships who is handling these cases. Now, the second thing is that it's not only about the data leakages. Let's say a CRE left and the data is with the safer hand, but again, then if I want to give this data to some other CRE, she don't know what is the remarks that the old CRE has made. Now again, there is a data loss and leakage and understanding problem also. Now the next part is that, let's say we have a good number of database where I am planning to have some marketing strategy to send some to give some coupons to the customers to attract them for service or insurance. What happens here is that I want to understand when I'm giving some coupons to some database, some set of customers. I want to understand out of total overall data that I have, how many customers came to my workshop by taking these coupons, how many customers got the insurance renewal by taking these coupons, and how many customers didn't even take the coupons but still they have come. And also the next thing is that I should also be knowing that if I'm distributing the coupons, what is the claim status? Was the coupons utilized by the customers, yes or no? Now all this becomes a difficult task if I'm maintaining everything in Excel sheet. Now the next part is that this is mainly for the insurance team. We also have a equal opportunity to call those customers who are there in break-in policy, or who are there in lost state. Let's say customer visited in previous years but he has not visited in last year. Now that data I will not be getting from the DMS or from the OEM's website, where I'll be collecting, or where I'll be downloading the insurance renewal due data. Right, I think you all got this point. Now let's say if I want to call such customers where there are few database where the customers got the renewals in old year, but I want to call those customers again by giving them some offers or and discount. Or let's assume that I want to call the service no INS customers, which means that customers are getting the service done regularly in my workshop, but they're not getting the insurance renewal done from my dealership. I want to call those customers and give them some offers. Now that is a difficult task for me. If you want to do that, still you can do. How you will be doing is that you'll have to collect the previous history data, you'll have to do a VLOOKUP with Excel, and some Excel activities required to do that also. Now that is again a time consuming task for a dealership. Now the last but not the least is that although my CREs are doing their work in a great way, but ultimately I can only analyze and I can only tell that yes, they are doing by having a right monitoring system. So let's say that there are CREs who are using their making their calls using the Excel sheet. Now if I want to check the live status of their calls, each and every single time I'll have to go to the the CRE's place, ask them manually, cross check that, and then I'll have to understand that okay, this is the number of calls that they have done. Now this is only related for calling, I'm saying. Let's say we also have an example for checking the appointment, we have an example for checking the intraday analysis, we have an example for checking the conversion status. Now that is a tremendous task for managers and CCMs to do. So these are few of the concerns that the dealerships will be having by having this by having the way of unstructured data management. Now let's say how a CRM, how AutoSherpa CRM can creates value for the dealerships by solving those concerns. Now what you'll have to do is that the dealership downloads the data from DMS. The data is been pushed into the CRM software. Once the data is pushed, now you have these modules which the CRM offers. The first and foremost thing will be the telecalling automation. Nowadays, if I'm doing a calling with my mobile phone manually, the time is consuming. But what CRM offers, or what CRM gives an option for a CRE, is that By a click of a button, they can call any number of customers, which means that let's say I'm calling 80 customers per day manually. I can call this 80 customers per day by the click of a button. So I'll click on a button, call will go to that respective customer. Now if I want to call some other customers, again I'll just select the phone number and just click on a button, then again the call is gone. Now you people should understand this, that if I'm saving some seconds of time for one customer's call, that means that for 80 customers I will be saving a lot more time, and I can do a more number of calls. So if I'm doing 80 calls per day, I think I should be doing nearly 90 to 100 calls per day. Now when it comes to SMS and chat, I gave you an example where there is a difficulty or a concern for a CRA is to type the message, save the number. So in CRM, what how it is been used, or how it is been how the solution is given is that in CRM you will be giving us a predefined template. Let's say few people here are from north, few people here are from south. You want to send this SMS in your own customized languages. Now that option is also available. If you want to send SMS in Hindi for a customer saying that their due date is expiring soon, if they want to get the if they want to make an appointment for a insurance or for service, they can just click on this link and the appointment can be made. Similar to that, SMS can be predefined, can be fetched from your side and can be directly implemented in the CRM software. Now the second thing is that if I want to send a WhatsApp message to the customer from the CRM side using a web WhatsApp, I need not save a customer's number nor I can type. So I can just select the SMS template and click on the WhatsApp message. Automatically the WhatsApp message will be typed in the customer's text tab. So I can just click on a send button and the SMS is sent. Now the next thing is that, as I told you, the real-time business report that the CRM offers. If I want to see a live report of a CRS, if I want to see a intraday report, if I want to see a booking conversion report, every single report is available for the dealership to check in. Now the fourth thing is that the robocaller automation that we also offer. Now how this is benefiting a dealership is that, as I gave you an example, that let's say I want to call these win back customers or renewal lost customers to get that to attract them back to my dealership, and I don't have my CRA's bandwidth to call all those customers. I can make use of this robocaller automation, where the robocaller will call those customers saying that their insurance is getting renewed. If they want to get the insurance renewal done online at 10% discount, whatever you people suggest, so they can just click on the option 1. Automatically SMS is sent from a CRM site where a customer can click on the link and get the insurance renewal online. So this is how the robocaller automations works. Now last but not the least, along with all the models that we have given, we also don't, we usually don't have only single process, right? We also have a separate team for service. We have a separate team for insurance. We have a separate team for pickup and drop. We have a separate team for insurance payment collection activities that they do. So for all, so now till now we have understood that for insurance telecalling team, and for service telecalling team, and for managers and and the CCMs, how the CRM is benefit. Now the rest part of the processes that your dealership will be taking care for pickup and drop management, or for field executives who is going to the customer's place for payment collection, or for delivering the policy copy to the customer. For for those process also we have a dedicated app which we call it as field executive app or a fast app, and then we also have a driver pickup and drop automation. Now what is the dealer advantage by using these modules and the CRM that that is helping this dealerships in different ways? Now these are the advantage. The first thing is that we will drive in more retention. Let's say I'm sending a regular follow-up to a customer, I'm doing more number of calls for win back cases, then my renewal active strength date, the database strength will increase, and also the customer's retention is there. Now let's say that if I am calling a customers with this one button click, and if I'm sending a SMS and WhatsApp everything in a click of a button, then my the inefficiency is reduced and the efficiency is increased. You all should understand that with the click of a button, if a call is going, that means that at least 20% of your CR's calling activity and their efficiency will be increased. Now the third part is that, not, that last but not the least is finally the customer satisfaction. We want a satisfied customer. Now let's say I'm sending a customer, let's say there are two, I'm doing two ways of process, where in one way I'm just calling a customer, in another way I'm calling a customer, sending him some offers and also giving him some text message on the reminders. Now the second customer with whom I'm dealing, he will be more satisfied. Why? Because now everything is digitalized. They will also be expecting automated SMS they should be getting, and when the car is being picked up from your workshop, they'll also wants to know the status of a car. And most of the customers also will be liking to get the all whatever SMS that it is being sent from a dealership in their WhatsApp also. Now these are the dealer advantages that you get. Now this is one solution, few snapshot, how exactly the CRM looks. What I'll try to do is that, let me just directly take you for the live CRM and show you how the CRM looks like. So before I move to this part, do we have any queries or questions that you should be asking me? You can unmute and you can ask. Okay, hopefully you have got a fair idea on this slide. So let me just take you directly into the CRM software. Now this is how the CRM software looks like. So as if you just recall few things that I have told earlier, the first thing I told is that you'll have to download the data from DMS. Now as soon as you download the data from the DMS, a service manager or an insurance manager will go to this ID and upload the data into the CRM software. So this is where you can upload the data. The best part is that you need not change the format. You need not alter whatever the data that you're downloading. So what the raw data that you download from the DMS can be directly uploaded into the CRM. And the second best thing of the CRM is that, now let's say you people would have also seen the OEMs CRM that they would have introduced. Now you would be, if there is anyone who, any of the dealerships who are using that, I think the major concern for you would be that, let's say you want to upload some new data, or some data that you have got from external sources that cannot be uploaded. Now you can upload any kind of data into the CRM. Forecast will be done automatically, where the data is assigned to the CRS 60 days or 70 days in advance. How is the data assigning? That is assigning based on the allocation pattern that you people give. Now once the data is assigned to the CRS, let's see that how the CRM looks like. So let me just go and open one of the CRS ID, and this is the first difference that the CRS will be getting. So try to articulate this. So in the next sheet you have an Excel sheet, and here you have a CRM. In Excel sheet you'll be having all data dumped into one single page, where you'll have to search the data, where you'll have to filter the data and then make the calls. Here in CRM the data is segregated based on the activity, and that's the reason we call this UI as activity based model, which means that it is easily clearly noticeable that how many pending follow-ups I have, how many fresh calls I have, how many non-context data I have, and how many overdue bookings I have. If I want to call any customers out of this, I can just go to this bucket. So we call this as bucket data tab, where if I want to call this non-contact customers, it is clearly showing here. You'll have to click. So if you click on this, 84 customers that I have in non-contact will be shown here. Now let's say I want to call this one of the customers for pending follow-up, who are there in pending follow-up. So I can just click on this edit option, and I can view the customer's 360-degree profile, which means that all the details of the customers that will be shown in the first section here. So it is placed in that hierarchy, where first we will check the information of customers, his vehicle information, his next service due and service type. If it is a insurance CRE, then they will be checking this information. Since the database is same, the data representation also will be same for this customer. If we are calling him for insurance, we will be checking this side. If we are calling this customer for service, we will be checking this this tab. Now assume that if I want to call this customer, so I told you that we also have an option for click to call. So this is how exactly it works like. So if I want to call this customer, I'll just click on this button. Now we give a dedicated app which has to be installed. Now that is an Android app which has to be installed in the CRS mobile phone. So let's say you have a queries like, if this CRM, if this Android app works with all the Android versions that the CRS or anyone is having, the answer is yes. So you need not have any particular Android version. Whichever mobile phone that they're having which supports Android version 8 and above, or even 7, the app will definitely open and this calling can be done. So if I just click on this button, call will directly trigger for this Sulaiman customer from a mobile phone. Now you also have a second option for calling. Now let's say dealerships also wants to get the recordings of whatever the calls that the CRE has made. Now you can also switch to the GSM calling. This is a GSM SIP trunk based calling where the GSM is integrated with the CRM software. So without any mobile phone, I'll just click on this. There is a soft phone which I'll be having in my desktop or maybe the laptop, and the call will directly go from the GSM, and I'll also be getting 100% call recording. In any case, if I want to send an email to the customers, of course that would not be a great help, but let's assume that few of the customers still prefer to get a email on the quotation or on the invoice or whatever it is. So I can just go and click on this, and a email templates is by default given on whatever you are giving, that exactly will be shown here, and that can be sent to the customer. Now the fourth part is that sending SMS to the customer. If I want to send a SMS, I told you that we will never type anything, right? So if I just want to select this, send this customer SMS for which he has taken an appointment for tomorrow, I'll just click on this and it is already been displayed saying that dear Sulaiman, your service is booked for tomorrow's date at our demo DB, which is nothing but at your dealership name. If he wants to get the link online, you can also show that link, or we can just give it as our service advisor is waiting, you can call back to this number. If I just click on this button, a text will be sent to this customer's mobile number. If I just click on this WhatsApp message, a WhatsApp message can be sent to this customer. So this is all about the first session that we explained. Let's say I want to call this customer. I call this customer and this customer is saying that Shreyas, I'm very busy, call me back after 2 minutes. So your CRS, if they are using a Excel sheet, they will type everything. So if it is a 2 minutes, 3 minutes, they'll type. So here there is nothing to type, they will just click a button. So the CRM has all the responses that the customers would be giving. So let's assume that the customer is telling that call me back after 2 minutes. So it will tell that, it is asking that, okay, did you speak to the customer? Yes. What is his response? His response is call me later. So I'll tell yes, it is for same date and the time is 2 minutes. So let me just keep it for 2:30, and I'll tell test remarks for this webinar, so that something like that. So sorry for the spelling there. So let me just submit this case. Now I have successfully submitted this one case. Now you can see the time is 2:29. So I also gave you another example where the concern of the Excel sheet, where the Excel sheet will never give, or it is not giving any pop-up reminder for me to do a callback. Now let's see how the CRM is helping in that case. Now at 2:30 sharp, this CRM software should be giving you a pop-up notification saying that, boss, you have to call this customer at this time. Let's see if we can get that. So before that, let me try to explain few other things that we have in a CRM software. Now apart from this disposition form, if I want to check what did I speak with this customer before, so I'll just go and check on the interaction history. For this customer, the interaction history was ringing, no response. So I can call this customer again, or let me try to some other number. So I can just select a second number and call this customer. In any case, if I want to send a document to this customers which is regarding to service or insurance, for insurance definitely it is useful where you will be sending quotation, where you will be sending policy copy online. So you can just upload this, and this uploaded document can be sent to the customer in WhatsApp as well as email. Now you all can see the time is 2:30 here, and there is a pop-up message which is showing in the CRM saying that service follow-up is required for Sulaiman. Now this customer is Vinayak, so I want to do the follow-up for this customer, and before even calling this customer, if I want to call this customer, I'll just click on this. Now that Sulaiman customer's data is open, let me see what did I speak with him before. So the last interaction was for call me later, and it is test remarks for webinar, something like that. Now I can just call this customer. If I'm getting an inbound inquiry from a customer, I can search the customer with this option. If I am getting a new customer is very happy with service, he's telling fine, I also want to get an insurance done. So you can directly tag this to your insurance team also. Now apart from that, let's say that there is a customer who is visiting your dealership for the first time. So I can just go here and click on this add customer with whatever the details that I have. I can just add this customer and then nurture this customers for service or insurance. Now this is all about the service CRM, and it is pretty much similar to the insurance insurance CRM also. Just the terminologies change. If you have any queries or questions that you should be asking me, you can just unmute yourself and ask. I'll be happy to answer. Okay. Hopefully there is no questions. So let's try to understand how the reporting platform looks like. Now this is all about the reporting platform. Since I have not even disposed any data from the CRM, I will not be able to show you a live report, but I have a snapshot that will pretty much make you understand on how exactly the reports looks like. Now you can see if I want to, so this is a snapshot of insurance, which is ditto same for service. If I want to see a insurance live table or service live table, which means that I wanted to know how many CRAs are active now, how many CRAs are making calls, how many calls my CRA has made, each CRA how many calls they have made, how many bookings they have taken or appointments they have taken, that will be shown in here. This is the live table for today's date. Now the another thing that you should be knowing is that the CRM software, whatever I was speaking, this can be also used by your CRAs in your mobile phone, and also the reports that you're seeing here, this can also be used by your CREs or I mean the CCMs or the managers in their mobile phone also. Now this is the live table, that this is how it looks like. If I want to check the live table based on location wise, I can check based on call, contact percentage, initiated, not initiated. There is plenty of reports that we are offering. Let me try to tell few of the important things that that would be really helpful for you all to understand. Now apart from this, we also have a call scorecard live table. This report tells or shows you that which is that CRA who is logging in late and which are those CRAs who are logging in at right time. You can see there is a CRA's name here. Along with the CRA names, you also have a first call time, last call time. Let's assume all the CRAs, 6 to 8 CRAs have done the check-in at 9 o'clock and superb, great. But there is only one CRA who is starting his or her call at 10 o'clock. Who is that CRA? I can understand with this report. Now you can see there is this CRA, Guru Prasad, who needs an improvement. Why? Because he has logged in at whatever time, but he has started its call at 10:19. So you can easily identify what is the first call time, what is the last call time. Rest of the bifurcations will be same, that is how many calls, contact, initiated, not initiated, how many bookings they have taken, and so on. If you want to check this, so let's say that you are calling this customer for insurance and you have you also have uploaded some different data. I told you also have an option to upload external data into the CRM also, right? So if you want to upload such data, you can create a campaigns where the data which is active will be separate, the external data whichever you are uploading will be separate. How many calls your CRA has made on that active database, how many CRAs, I mean how many calls your CRA has made on that external data, that you can identify with this campaign. Now the next part would be something this, which is nothing but overdue appointment. Whether it is an appointment or whether it is a booking, a dealership will be benefited only if the customer is doing the insurance or getting the vehicle serviced. Now here this report will show you how many CREs have taken the appointment, which is great, but how many customers after taking appointment they have not even visited your workshop, that you will be you will be finding here. You can see here you have a CRE names, overall appointment, how many are overdue. If it is overdue, what is the aging of that. You should understand here for this CRA, which is Shreyas, great, he has total of 8 appointment which he has taken, out of which 6 are overdue and 4 are overdue, which means that the aging is less than 7. That means this customer, 4 of the customer for the CRA told that they will come to the insurance and get the insurance renewal done 7 days before, but they have not come for the insurance and got the insurance renewal done, nor the CRA has spoken with this customer and rescheduled. So it is important for us CCMs to understand and ask the CRA why is the calls not made for this customer. Similarly, if you want to check on follow-up call, like how many pending follow-ups they have, what is the aging, you can check on this report. Now this is a beautiful report that the CCM would be allowing. Let's say that I have a 4 CRAs who are making their calls from morning till noon, but their call count is less. As a CCM, what I would be doing is that I will directly go to the all the CRAs and I'll ask why is the call less. But frankly speaking, there would not be all the CRAs who is making less calls. There would be 2 or 3 CRAs who is making less calls, and one CRA, I think she would have done a great call. You will understand the difference in this report. This report tells each CRA wise on each hourly basis how many calls they have made, and all this pink highlighted is nothing but those CRA who has made less number of call. Boss, rather than asking this Arif CRA that why he has made less call, why? Because he has not made less call from 9 to 10, from 10 to 11, from 11 to 12. His calls are not highlighted with any of the colors or flag. But you can see Naivedya and Manoj, all these are highlighted with pink color. So I should be asking Naivedya and Manoj why the calls was less. Now the next part is that the business level reports that your dealership will be getting. So this is nothing but the customer funnel, which is very important for a business head managers to check this on at least monthly basis. Now this will show for a workshop type wise, or for a CRE wise, or for a campaign wise, total data base for this selected month is how much. Out of that total data, how many of the data are converted? If it is not converted, where exactly the data is lying? How many data CR is called? How many data CR is didn't even call? If they have called, where exactly the data is lying? So that is the customer funnel. Let me give a small example here. You can see for Bangalore location, total data assigned was 5700. The issued data count is 2738, which is nearly 48%. Now out of this 5700 data, only 2213 was attempted, rest was not attempted. If they have attempted, these many data was only contacted. If they have contacted, all these data, remaining data, all this data, that is 2191 data, are lying in which bucket? Are they lying in appointment bucket? Are they lying in pending follow-up bucket? If it is a pending follow-up bucket, then it is a concern for me. So you can see 1257 data are lying in pending follow-up. The same bifurcation is done based on renewal type wise, based on service type, based on CRE wise, and many more. Now last but not the least, if you want to download the data in Excel sheet, which the CCMs would be doing more often. So if I want to get the call history, if I want to get the call summary, if I want to get the appointment history, if I want to get a booking conversion, or if I want to check the overall conversion, all the reports that you should be downloading in Excel is right here. You can just select the filters and click on the download button, and the data will be downloaded. Now this is all about the reporting platform that we have explained.
To interrupt, but I have a doubt.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yeah, is there any option if I want to add some additional data?
Superb, great. So we have this option. So let's say we are doing this calling for the data that we have downloaded from the portal or the DMS, and you have some marketing data that you'll have to upload. So you can definitely upload that data with this upload formats here. And with the once the data is uploaded, the data will be assigned to the CRS as per the allocations that you have told. You got that answer?
Yeah, okay, got it.
Okay, fine. So let's move to the next part. The next part is simple. We have come to the ending of this webinar. So we also have a dedicated app which we have developed for the drivers as well as the field executives. Now this is a driver app, pickup drop app, which exactly looks like this. You have a if I am a driver, I will easily identify how many pickups I have, how many drops I have, how many are completed. If I go to the customer's place, I have to enter all these details. Let me just quickly tell you the benefit of this app. First thing is that duplication of the cases that is assigned. Let's say I'm not using this app. Usually what would happen is that one of the CRA may assign a case to a Rama driver, and the next CRA who was not aware of that driver who is being assigned to pick up some other customer, she also may land up in assigning some different case to the same driver at the same time. That is a duplication of work. The next part is that let's say customer will tell some demander repair, which is a minor thing, and if the pickup driver forgets to tell this to a workshop team, then your workshop team also may miss. Then the drop driver who is going to the customer place, he will be taken into action, and there is a clash again with the drivers and customers. Now the third part is that let's say customer, as I gave an example of all the digitalization that we are looking around, the customer will be expecting how safe their car is. Now in this app, each and every time the car is moved from the car is being taken from customer hand till it is being dropped to the customer's hand back, each and every process whichever it is there. For example, car is going to workshop, in workshop it is serviced, again after service it is being checked, after checking again it is going back. In each and every status there is a SMS which is sent to the customer, and in that SMS they can check what is the status, what are the images of car which before pickup, after pickup, I mean before pickup and after the service, how it was looking before service, after service how it is looking, where exactly the driver is there. So they can also track the live location of drivers also. This is few of the benefits that the dealership will be getting, and this is all about the insurance field executive app that we have also launched for dedicatedly for field executives. which is similar for the use of payment collection, for the policy drop, or for direct visit. So the data, the UI is very simple for anyone to use. Also, after using this, I have traveled for any of the customers place. I will be knowing from where to where I have traveled. Now I have started the works, my journey from the dealership, traveled all along for this customer's place, and have reached my workshop back. So I can also identify what is the total kilometers of distance traveled. It is important for a dealership, whether it is a driving pickup or drop process or for a field executive process, to track the kilometers. Why? Because let's say after a month you want to give some incentives to the pickup and drop drivers, or you want to reimburse the travel expense. If you want to track the total kilometers traveled, this app is used for that purpose also, where the app will track what is the total kilometers traveled for each customer, and that same can be viewed in the reports. So this is all about the product and the explanation that I have given in this webinar. So if you have any queries related to any of the modules or the CRM that I have explained, you can definitely get back to us with this number or WhatsApp us. We will be happy to answer. Thank you so much for each and everyone who has attended this webinar. I hope you have got a fair idea on how AutoSherpa CRM can really benefit your dealerships for service as well as insurance and for different other process. Thank you so much again. Have a good day. Thanks.